Childhood and early life. A child in danger. The night was silent, but danger was already moving. In the palace of Jerusalem, King Herod the Great had made a ruthless decision. A child had been born in Bethlehem, a child some called the King of the Jews. To Herod, that meant only one thing: a rival. And rivals had to be destroyed. Escape to Egypt. But far from the palace, God had already set another plan in motion. In the middle of the night, Joseph was awakened by a dream. An angel appeared with urgency. "Get up, take the child and his mother, and flee." Without hesitation, Joseph obeyed. He woke Mary, and together they gathered what little they had. Under the cover of darkness, they began a desperate journey. Their destination? Egypt. Behind them, soldiers would soon arrive. Ahead of them, only uncertainty. The desert stretched endlessly. Hot winds, cold nights, long days without comfort. Yet through every step, they were protected. The child they carried was no ordinary child. A life in exile. In Egypt, life was unfamiliar. Different language, different culture, different people. They were strangers in a foreign land. But here, they were safe. The death of a king. Back in Judea, the reign of Herod the Great came to an end. The king who ruled with fear was gone. And once again, a message came in a dream. Joseph was told, "It is safe to return. Return to Nazareth." But the journey home would not lead them back to Bethlehem. Instead, they traveled north, to a quiet, humble village called Nazareth. It was small, unimportant in the eyes of the world, but it would become the place where Jesus would grow into a man. Growing up in Nazareth. Life in Nazareth was simple. Joseph worked as a carpenter. Day by day, he shaped wood into tools and furniture. And as Jesus grew, he likely learned the same trade. The rhythm of life was quiet. Work, family, faith. Yet there was something different about this child. He listened more deeply. He spoke with unusual understanding. And those around him began to notice this was no ordinary boy. The journey to Jerusalem. Every year, families traveled to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. When Jesus was 12 years old, he went with his parents. The city was alive. Crowds filled the streets. Voices echoed through the temple courts. It was a place of worship, learning, and tradition. The missing child. When the festival ended, the journey home began. Mary and Joseph assumed Jesus was among relatives, but after a full day's journey, they realized something terrifying. He was gone. Panic set in. They searched desperately. Friends, family, strangers, but Jesus was nowhere to be found. Found in the temple. They returned to Jerusalem. For 3 days they searched. Then finally they found him, inside the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening, questioning, speaking. And the teachers were amazed. A 12-year-old boy speaking with wisdom beyond his years, understanding scriptures in a way that surprised even the scholar. A quiet before the storm. Jesus returned to Nazareth, and for years his life remained quiet, hidden, but not forgotten, because soon the boy would become a man, and the world would finally hear his voice.